Okay, every week at Business at Breakfast, one of the members gets the opportunity to share with the group further insights into their business or enlighten the group a little bit more about themselves. Members can use the time to problem solve or seek assistance or advice from the group as a collective. The time is theirs to use however they would like. Today we have the wonderful Vy Sodal from Canberra, Australia. Vy is part of the original face-to-face Business at Breakfast group. So over 5 years ago, Vy used to come out. We used to network together live. COVID hit. She was out for maybe about it. I think you were out for that first year. Then when it was all going back face to face, all the Canberrans went back live, and I was still online. So it's really nice to have you back out. Actually, we're getting a nice wave of the original face to face group coming out this year, I've noticed. So a little bit about Vy. Vy Sodal lives in. Oh, you're in Sydney now.
Yeah, I moved a month ago. So
Well, there you go. That's right. I moved to Queensland, so there we go. All right, it's always good to read a bio, right? This is why I say in your bio, in the first line, say where you're at, time zones, all of that stuff, but you learned something. All right, so Vy Sodal lives in Sydney, Australia. She helps businesses streamline their sales and automate lead generation. Vy speaks to business groups each week on the topics of how to get more sales online, automate lead generation, and how to pitch your offer. Vy is easily found on LinkedIn. All right, go for it, Vy. Tell us
thanks,
about you.
Misty. Thanks, Misty. So look, my name's Vy, as Vixie was saying, and I'm a sales and leads generator from VRS & Co. And so I guess where I started was 5 years ago, 7 years ago, actually. We were at Business at Breakfast, Misty was just saying. And we were literally physically walking and to the cafes and meeting face to face. So it was all happening there. But back then, I was actually owning my health coaching business, right? So I was doing personal training, wellness, everything online. And so through that, I started out business not knowing anything about paid ads, digital marketing, nothing. All I knew was that I wanted to coach and teach and help people change their lives through wellness, right? I was horrible, like absolutely horrible. But then with time, I ended up practicing ads, digital marketing. I got super awesome at ads. I had amazing sales processes in place. I had a community that was just growing naturally. And so then I started to become really good at it and started doing it for other business owners. With time, I fully decided to transition into what I'm doing right now, which is sales and marketing for other businesses. I guess the reason why I've decided to do this is because I want to show you this beautiful photo of this little chutney I have right here. Right, so this is my little boy Ravi, right, and he's 10 months old. And in this year, I've decided to go full throttle on my digital marketing business. Like I said, I was kind of playing around with it a little bit, but this year is the year for me to go all out in the digital marketing business because of this little bubby right here. Decided to fully chase my dreams. And so why have I decided to go with paid ads as one of my methods to helping other business owners? Because paid ads work, right? A lot of people come to me and say, I can't do paid ads anymore. They don't work. I've tried it before and I've been burnt. Oh, the number of times I've heard that. They do work. And it comes back down to three things, always, was what I've noticed. Number one, messaging. How are we messaging to the audience, right? And the next thing is offer. Is your offer a super red hot offer that is a no-brainer and people will opt in? Offer, if your offer is compelling, then people will buy. I mean, this is like, business 101, right? But sometimes what you think is an awesome offer is not an awesome offer for people who are cold and don't know you. And the last thing that I find always could go completely well or completely wrong is your hook. Hook them in. How are you hooking them? You need something that will disrupt the patterns of your audience, right? Whether it is the first line of your video, whether it is something in the headline of the ad or a post, how are you going to stop them from scrolling, right? So if you get your messaging right, if you get your offer right, if you get the hook right, your spend reduces for ads. You actually get leads in. And the last thing I would like to also say is ads don't give you sales tomorrow. Just like I'm here networking and I don't expect a sale from every single one of you. That's just really unrealistic. And so with ads, the second thing that I always recommend is have a killer follow-up sequence, a funnel, a system where you can actually build those relationships on autopilot with your crew, your clan, your audience. And so if you, again, going back, your messaging, your offer, your hook, and have a killer nurturing sequence or a CRM or a system, an automated system where you can nurture, then you have your sales and leads process done for you. And with my unique offer, it's called 24/7 Sales Machine, literally on 24/7. And so that's why I've decided to like stick with paid ads because it's working for me. I get to spend time with my beautiful boy, Ravi. I don't need to focus on posting content every day because for me, it's not really something I like to prioritize time in. I want to just do other things. I want something with more faster results. And so for me, that's worked for me. It's worked for clients. And so I'm here to share with you that it's also possible for you too as well.
Excellent. I'm going to stop you right there so that we can have questions. Well done. Thank you, V. Who's got questions for V? Fiona.
We had a one-to-one yesterday, but I've got more questions now.
Okay.
Do you help people improve their offer to make it as compelling as it needs to be to get those opt-ins?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We sit down, we go through offer, messaging, hook, to really make it work. Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. And can you also set up ads to retarget people who are kind of hanging out in your orbit but haven't signed up yet, or they've checked you out but haven't kind of committed?
Yeah, so that's part of the nurturing, the automated sequence nurturing. So not only are you nurturing through emails and SMSs, you're also doing it through what we call retargeting as well. And so it's all come back down to the strategy, and we can sit down and talk about that.
Awesome. Thanks, V.
Thank you.
Excellent. Joanne, you got your hand up?
Thank you, Misty. V, thank you for that. How much?
Yeah, so they start from $97. Right.
Is that for an hour or a session? Like,
yeah, that starts for like the system. So I will
Okay.
provide you with my exact framework on how I've made ads work. And if you want me to do it for you, like done for you, it starts from $1,799 for me and my team to physically start doing things for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Excellent. Adrian, you got your hand up?
Yeah, $1 million question. What's your ad spend? What do you recommend for people for ad spend?
That is $1 million question, Adrian. But I would, okay, it depends on your offer. So with your offers $10, like products, I would usually say you'd spend double the amount per day. Right? If you have $1,000 offer, I would recommend a minimum at a starting point to test $1,000 a month, just for the first month. You will know exactly what works, what doesn't, what your audience resonates with. Start there. It's low, it's not too much. It gives you enough to play around with.
Good, thank you.
Thanks.
Ben, got your hand up?
Yes. What platform are you using for your SMS and email campaigns?
Yeah, so I use Go High Level if you haven't used that before. And so I use my own white label for Go High Level. So not only do you get Go High Level, but I also get my support training videos, etc., and my ad frameworks and templates and things like that as well if you work with me. Otherwise, you can go use Go High Level. I would highly recommend that as well.
All right, thanks.
Excellent. Donna, you got your hand up? Can't hear you, Donna. You're on mute.
I was wondering how long you should run a campaign for?
How long I usually run a campaign for? Well, if it's working for a long time, right? If it's not working, you would know within a week.
Okay.
So yes, if I wanted an idea of how you know how long to try it for before you give up.
Yeah. So you would know within a week, and you know, if you like just booking some time with me or something, I can talk through the metrics around what I look for when I know it's not working. And you know, the biggest one for all those of you who don't want to do a one-on-one, you're not getting leads, right? Like that's a pretty no-brainer.
There was something I was going to say. Leads aren't sales, are they, V? So
No.
getting the leads in is important, but then knowing how to talk to people is important as well.
Correct.
So you would have learnt that along the way, I would say, about getting the leads in and then converting them to sales. So if somebody's getting leads in and saying, well, I'm not getting any sales, we've got all these leads,
Yeah.
do you help them with that as well? How to talk to
Absolutely.
people?
I'm all about sales. So I'm not a marketer who just gives you leads and they're dud leads and they don't call you back and they're spammy and stuff. I hate that. I really hate that. I like to convert. I like money in the bank, and I like to know that my efforts when getting my return on investment. So I not only teach the lead generation, I also teach how to sell as well, but also using your emails, your SMSs, your messaging to sell for you. And that's where the tech part comes in.
Excellent. Excellent. Christine, you got your hand up?
I do. So great presentation. And I'm curious, with all that said, what is your success rate? And is there, and a twofold question,
Yeah.
is there a certain kind of individual that has to come to you being at a certain level, or because obviously, we're not, fairy dust on everybody. So what is the level somebody has to be at to work with you? And what is your success rate?
Yeah, great question, Christine. So the level that someone has to work with me, like I said, I've got packages from $97, so you can do it on your own, right? You can be at any stage in business. But if you would like me to do this for you, I would expect you to be earning at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month, right? And be willing to spend at least $1,000 on ad plus my fee. That would be the absolute minimum as well. So, you should be able to have some offer ready and be willing to spend at least $1,000 on ads each month for at least the next 3 months would be the bare minimum. As for success, I have a 100% success rate based on those 3 things. The messaging is right, the offer is right, and the hook's awesome. And I can only get those things if you, as our client or the person, provides me with the information to give you an awesome ad. Most of the time I find what doesn't work is if you don't get back to me, or it takes weeks and weeks of getting back to me. And if the ads don't work, for example, I'm giving you feedback and you're not taking it on. Yeah, I think that's really it. Those 2 things.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you, V. It is funny because a bit like me, V, with being a sales trainer, so you would see this a lot. A lot of people who can't do sales tend to say to the sales trainer, no, you're not teaching me right. I don't like it. That's okay. If it was what you liked, it would work already. You tend to have to learn something you don't like. So it's not, you remind me of how I used to say it in furniture. It's all right. I know that you don't like that it takes 6 weeks for your lounge to turn up. It's just important that you know it takes 6 weeks. You don't have to like the information. So you don't have to like the feedback I'm giving you, is what I'm hearing you say, V. You don't have to like the feedback. I'm just telling you that's what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't have to like this feedback. If you do it, you'll get the result. And if you don't do it, you won't.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it's just about unlearning and learning and unlearning and relearning, that kind of thing. So
yeah,
it's not
that's
always
right.
easy.
You've got to unravel your brain a little bit. Trust that your coach knows exactly what they're doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. All right. Thank you so much, V, for being our speaker today and teaching us a bit about ads and digital marketing. Thank you, audience, for participating.